we're going to talk about the altar of incense today. We're going to get into it. Got some really interesting thoughts when I went through that. Kept percolating in the scriptures, in the study material, and hopefully you'll get a new incense to the whole topic, because we don't do that today, do we? Not in our church. And
after you talked that last week, excuse me, I went to Publix to pick up something, and they had those little brooms with cinnamon. Never read it before, but after you taught that, it had a little line go to, I forgot the Bible. Anyway, I spent an hour about cinnamon being one of those.
yeah, we're going to talk about that.
But I'm just saying, I never read it before until you taught that class, and I couldn't believe. That's all I'd asked you. Go to this Bible verse.
Yeah.
Now I think
I'm going to try.
don't use it unless you feel that you're doing it in the proper way it's said on. Oops.
Wow.
But it was really
Yeah, I'm
neat.
going to tell you some interesting things about it. Actually, there's the God-given incense that's only to be used in the tabernacle.
Right.
Okay? It says, if anyone else dare use it for any other reason.
Well, that's what I was saying, and I was just, I thought it
Okay?
was so neat.
And
to
it
read
is. We're supposed to be,
Never knew
if you
why.
read the Bible says this is forever.
I know. But that was
Okay.
neat. But now when I put it up front
It
door,
says-
it means something to me.
We ought to think about that a little bit.
It's neat.
We're going to find some interesting things out about it. Cinnamon's not one of them that's in the four.
Good.
Okay?
But they
However, and I didn't list them all, there's like 14 different incenses that they use in the Jewish incense burning kind of stuff. Okay?
Catholics use it a lot too.
Well, the Asians use it,
A lot of
and
them.
you can see how the Asian influence got in there. Maybe that's why the early church says, we got to. I learned about something this week I got to go search out. I was watching a really neat History Channel program on the Roman Empire. Remember last week we talked about the Danites? Okay, well I found out what happened after 1400 AD. The Germanic Jews were persecuted and forced up into Norway, okay, by the plague. Now, it didn't save them because the plague circled around over Ireland and up in England and then up to Norway and hit them again, okay, as it came back across Russia. But nonetheless, it forced the Germanic, maybe Danite, Jews to spread to the west. Okay, that was kind of interesting. But it also went over the whole Constantinople, Istanbul, right, and the split of the Catholic Church, the Roman Church, and the Jewish rabbi or whoever the teacher, he says, the first, and I think he said 15 popes were Jewish. I did not know that. I did not know that. And I got to research that out because that's really interesting. Because why? Because the early church was influenced, and that's how it got started. So yeah, they would be Jews, right?
Yeah, what about the apostles?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So that really perked my interest in that. So I got to go spend some more time. But I just ran out of time finding additional information.
That's why there's so many rituals in the Catholic Church that are so much like the Jewish. I mean, that's all they knew. I mean, there's no blame there, or just an observation. What are you going to practice other than what you know?
Right, but the Jews did not idol worship, and I think the Asians, they take the incense a little further. And, you add in all the different influences. If you don't watch it, pretty soon, you're in another realm.
Right, it changes.
Okay.
But we do have to remember that the Catholic Church claims Peter as the first pope. Therefore, we know the first one had faith.
Right. Right, but I didn't realize there was that many before they broke from, I don't know. It could be that Danite group again, you just never know about them Danites.
Yeah.
We learned
Just shoot.
Okay, amazing enough, we're in chapter 8, starting in chapter 8 today. We really covered a bunch of territory last week. I'm going to try to slow down here just a little bit. The blur got to me and I got to thinking it wasn't sinking in as much. I like that, slow down.
I like that.
Okay, all right, so what are we going to do first? I'm going to have we're going to do all of chapter 8 in a matter of 4 minutes, I think. You ready? Good, here we go. What happened to it?
That was good. That was
Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong button.
That was a little too fast.
Hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
When he opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven for about half an hour. And I saw the 7 angels who stand before God, and to them were given 7 trumpets. Then another angel, having a golden censer, came and stood at the altar. He was given much incense that he should offer it with the prayers of all the saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne. And the smoke of the incense with the prayers of the saints ascended before God from the angel's hand. Then the angel took the censer, filled it with fire from the altar, and threw it to the earth. And there were noises, thunderings, lightning, and an earthquake. So the 7 angels who had the 7 trumpets prepared themselves to sound. The first angel sounded, and hail and fire followed, mingled with blood, and they were thrown to the earth. And a third of the trees were burned up, and all green grass was burned up. Then the second angel sounded, and something like a great mountain burning with fire was thrown into the sea. And a third of the sea became blood, and a third of the living creatures in the sea died, and a third of the ships were destroyed. Then the third angel sounded, and a great star fell from heaven, burning like a torch. And it fell on a third of the rivers and on the springs of water. The name of the star is Wormwood. A third of the waters became wormwood, and many men died from the water because it was made bitter. Then the fourth angel sounded, and a third of the sun was struck, a third of the moon, and a third of the stars, so that a third of them were darkened. A third of the day did not shine, and likewise the night. And I looked, and I heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice,
Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, because of the remaining blasts of the trumpet of the 3 angels who are about to sound.
Well, thanks for coming. Good to see you. All right,
So chapter 8 only gets through 3 of the trumpets.
that's right. Well,
Or 4.
4 of the trumpets. Remember last week I told you, well, we're going to see this in a second. That whoa, whoa, whoa looked pretty bad, didn't it? Well, the whoa, whoa, whoa says it's going to get worse. And we'll get into that in detail. Okay. Revelations 8, verse 1. When he opened the 7th seal, there was silence in heaven for about a half an hour. Wow. Everything that we've studied so far, what is going on in heaven constantly?
Praise.
Praise and worship. Remember, there's uncountable angels, right? Okay. There's, at least after the rapture, there's the church. There's the beings, 24 elders. We're going to talk about them too. What were they doing? Yeah, what did they have in their hand? Incense.